Upon the reveal of Devil Union, people most often ask the question, how strong is Devil Union? Hey everybody, this is Mr. Crafty, and today, before I start anything, Happy New Year, y'all. And yes, it's a new year, and this year we're hitting 1K. We're almost there. We're at 914 subscribers. If y'all can just subscribe right now, that'd be really amazing. But now, get into the content. Yes, so I thought I might as well start the new year off with a video dedicated back to Black Clover. Black Clover's been the sole heart of this channel for a long time, so I've always said I've been gonna be doing some Black Clover content, so might as well get on to that. So starting with Black Clover, we're actually going to find out just how strong is Devil Union. We're not actually power scaling leg in terms of attack potency, destructive capability. We're trying to find the multiplier for Devil Union, and of course Devil Union scales above all the multipliers of Asta previously, so we have to actually dive in and scale all of Asta's transformations. Yep, this is gonna be a good video, and I'm happy you are joining. So let's start this off. So with Black Asta mode 1, which just refers to Horn 1, Spirit Dive and the Black Asta Horn 1 have always been seen to be as equals in terms of application. They've always seen usually be equal when they use it, and it's just shown. And to apply that one of them stronger than the other be kind of disingenuous, because there's really nothing to prove one transformation is stronger than the other besides the vague statement that has pulled ahead of Asta, which really it can mean anything. It means just like we do know when Asta uses his transformation, it actually does weaken him, because actually for a long time it would make him physically damaged, in contrast to which actually had no drawbacks, which again I guess it is in terms of a sense it is stronger in that sense, but in terms of application it's always been shown to be equal when they use it in every time. Without the way to actually go into the reason why it's really powerful, so we have to scale Spirit Dive. Now Spirit Dive is the fusion of Mana Skin and Self. Mana Skin does amp you. It's never actually specifically stated the amplification it gives, but if we can just assume it's a 2 times amp, which is no reason to believe it's any lower, because honestly it's a low ball to say Mana Skin's just a 2 times amp, but let's just say it's 2 times amp. Now there's again no reason to believe that Self is any lower than Mana Skin. It's even shown to be sometimes even stronger, but let's just assume Self gives a 2 times amp. 2 times 2 equals 4, meaning Spirit Dive is a 4 times amp, and in contrast, Black Asta is also a 4 times amp. And now with that out of the way, let's go on to Black Asta mode Horn 2. Now time for Black Asta's second horn. For one, we know it's equal to Yuno's higher Spirit Dive, what he achieved, and before he actually achieved this Spirit Dive, he have actually already beforehand activated Mana Zone, which is stated to be beyond Mana Skin, which we don't actually know the number, but we just assume it's 2 times stronger than Mana Skin, which is at least a very low ball, which we already found that Mana Skin's a 2 times amp, right? So 2 times 2 equals 4, Mana Zone being a 4 times amp, and again it's shown that the higher Spirit Dive that achieved is stronger than himself beforehand. They were both able to do more damage to Zagrid, so if we just assume it's at least twice as strong than it was beforehand, right? Anyway, so with 2 times 4 being 8, that would mean just Spirit Dive, higher Spirit Dive is at least 8 times stronger than his own lesser Spirit Dive, but more importantly that would make the second horn of Asta, since it's equal to each other, that would actually make him 8 times more than his lesser Black Asta 1 horn, which we already found that being a 4 times amp, so 4 times 8 equals 32, making Black Asta second horn at 32 times amp. Now of course when he does achieve Black Divider, he is way stronger, so much stronger to the point where even Licht, who was at the time stronger before he achieved Black Divider, right, couldn't even destroy Zagrid's heart, who had the power of 9 elves including himself. Some of these elves like Licht, who were even stronger than Asta before he achieved Black Divider, some of them were more of the lines of equal, if not even a little lesser than Asta. And since Asta with Black Divider could just completely destroy his heart, that would at least bare minimally mean that since there was 9, if we just assume it's at least one more being 10, that would make Black Divider a 10 times amp low ball, so that would actually make it 10 times 32, or Black Asta second horn with Black Divider is a 320 times amp. Now let's move on to the post time skip transformations. Now moving on to post time skip transformations, we gotta start with Berserk Asta. Now before that, base Dante was able to absolutely destroy a Black Divider second horn Black Asta, right? Which just clearly shows the difference between Dante and Asta. Now anyway, later on he's able to throw hands at 60% Dante, because even one Ghost actually uses Mirror Barrage. He created like a few clones. He won 50% God stomped him, and then he was a dick, fucked with Vanessa's cack, and then he went up 60%, and then of course he, fucked with Gauche, and then, the whole sadness thing happened with Libe on the inside and Asta on the outside with the whole, residence, and became, Berserk Asta, which, fanned up, and that would make him around, brought him up to, able to throw hands to 60% Dante. Now, before we show the difference in power, we have to understand just how much a 1%, or just in percentage increase of Devilmon is. It was stated just a 1% increase is a phenomenal increase in power. So just assuming 1% is equal to a 1 times, it was just very low, but let's just do that for an example, right? So that means 60% is a 60 times increase, and since Berserk Asta was able to throw hands, so that's 60% Dante, that would mean he got 60 times stronger, or at least it's a 60 times stronger amp than the Black Divider second horn Asta. So we already calculated that to be around a 320 times amp. So 320 times 60 is 1,200 times amp. Now for Devil Arm, Asta, he was fatigued and he was able to fight equally with Dante inside his 80% with the body magic. Now, as we know, the difference between 60 and 20 is just a 20% increase, or 20 times difference, right? But while using the body magic, he was shown to be a lot stronger. As while fighting Yami, he was, even said this was pushing him even way harder than before. So if we assume he got at least twice as strong with his body magic, that means 20 times 2 is 40. So he was at least 40 times stronger. And a fatigued Devil Arm Asta had to get equally as strong, so he got 40 times stronger as well, meaning Devil Arm Asta is around 40 times stronger than Berserk Asta, or 19,200 times 40, which is 768,000 times amp, meaning that the Devil Arm is, a 768,000 times amp. Now, with all that out of the way, we have to get into the real final thing you guys have been looking forward to this entire video: the Devil Union amp. So going over Devil Union, the multiplier we've been talking about this entire video. So obviously we know it scales above everything else, but Devil Union is supposed to be the full power of Asta's Devil power. So how do we really calculate that? Well, funny enough, the Devil Arm or Devil Bargain was also stated to be the full power, but it was only using the arm. So we can make a logical assumption that yes, he was using the full power, but only constricted to an arm. So we just assume that every main body part of Asta, which when Asta goes Devil Union, is just the full power. So for example, both arms, both legs, his torso, and his head. So around 6, right? Logical assumption, we just assume that each part would be considered the full power. That means just a Devil Arm or Devil Union Asta, right, would at least be 6 times greater than the Devil Arm. Or if we just do 768,000 times 6, then we get the Devil Union Asta being a 4,608,000 times amp. And yes, that is the Devil Union amp. Oh, did you think we were done there? Now, of course, going over a Devil Union amp, I have to go over True Devil Union. Now, this part's going to take a little longer to explain just because I'm going over a lot more numbers, but you see all adds up. Okay, for one, Lucifer was able to absolutely decimate Asta in his regular Devil Union, quite literally just one punching him or even kicking him, and he's just literally out for the count, along with 11 other people, including Asta being the first 7 that pulled up to help Asta, and then of course the following of Yami and Noct all helped as well. Now, mind you, all these people are around Asta's ballpark, not some being a lot stronger, like Meryl Melona, Yami and Noct, etc., right? Which even Lucifer stated, even though he is the most dangerous out of them all, he's still the easiest to kill. So mind you, all these people, right, are somewhat inside Asta's ballpark, not some being a lot stronger. Now, anyway, Lucifer was able to overpower all 11 of these people, and then Zora came with his double trap magic and just took all of Lucifer's power that he punched on him and doubled it by 2, of course. And as we see, he's able to actually even overpower it, so we just assume he used even twice that power, so he at least, overpowered 2 more times power, so just, 11 times 4 equals, 44. And then he unleashed his quote-unquote full power, which we just assume he got at least 2 times stronger, so 2 times 44 equals 88. So this quote-unquote full power Lucifero was 88 times stronger than the regular Devil Union Asta. Now, of course, Asta goes his, true Devil Union, which he was, again, absolutely just washing Lucifero. He was tanking his blows like it's nothing, quite literally, kicking him across the battlefield and just literally ended him in 2 blows. Mind you, he only had 5 seconds, so it really just paints a picture that this man was a hell of a lot stronger than Lucifero. Plus, he was very fatigued at this time as well, like practically on death's doorstep. Now if we just use the one-shot factor, then that means he was at least 7.5 times stronger, which I don't think is really wrong to use in this case, because this is obviously a low ball, because if we're just assuming, that means this True Devil Union also was less than a Black Divider amp stronger, because the Black Divider, as we've shown in this video, was a 10 times amp. So it really, a 7.5 times increase is not a high ball or even head cannon. Honestly, is for anything I'm lowballing it. I'm not assuming he at least got a, for example, Black Divider amp. I'm not even saying that. I'm just going based on the fact that he could quite literally one-shot him. So if we throw that in the mix, 88 times 7.5, that's 660, meaning True Devil Union is 660 times stronger than Devil Union, or 660 times 4,608,000 equals, and here's the number, 3,041,208,000 times amp. Yes, the True Devil Union is a monster of an amp. Devil Union itself is just a really big amp, and hope you guys like this video. Want to start the new year off with something Black Clover related. Been thinking about doing this video for a hot minute. Happy got over with. And yeah, that'll be all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna hit 1K this year. It's a new year, boys. And that's all. Mr. Crafty out.